Today we're going to talk about the amazing Fisher-Price Pocket Rockers. These were little tiny tape players that were made in the 80s for the target audience was kids, preteens or young teenage kids. And my interest in them is the fact that it's really another format of audio tape. And I'll show you what the audio tapes look like. Here is the little tapes that you can find, and I've looked for these for years at thrift stores and just never been able to find one. So eBay was my next stop to experience this little tiny tape format. Now, if you are interested in restoring one of these, there's a couple things you're going to have to look for right off the bat. For one, these pressure rollers that, pressure pads, I should say, that are in these units. You can see it right there. It's that little brown pad, and it's the pressure that is put on the tape head to, to basically give the tape good contact with the playback head. And it looks like those pads wear over the years. So when you put it in, it's in the machine. It's going to sound a little bit muffled, not nearly as crisp and clear as it could be. So at this point, I'm looking at some alternate solutions for little pressure pads. I took a regular audio tape like this one and pulled the pressure pad off of it, but it's just not big enough or I don't know, deep enough. You can see it just barely right there. It doesn't quite come out. It probably needs to come out to about right here, but it just didn't come out far enough. The other issue that you'll run into is entanglement of the tapes, and you can see here where the audio tape has gotten tangled around the roller in here, hub. So that's one thing to look out for. Another thing to look out for, and I'll show you my mistake so you don't make the same one. When you take the unit apart, let me say this. A lot of these, at least I've bought two of them so far. So I've bought a black one and a white one. Okay. The thing I noticed right off the bat is that the belt needs to be replaced. Okay. So in order to replace the belt, you've got 4 screws on the outside that have to be taken out. There's 1, 2, and then you open up the battery compartment inside here, and then right underneath the lid here is 3 and 4. Okay. So you got to take those out. And then once you take it off, you have to be really careful. There is a spring-loaded door that, if you're not careful, will pop off, and it goes right there. There's a little, I guess it's an eject button that's on the side here that you have to watch out for. And then this was the biggie, okay? Underneath the volume control in the center is all it is a sticker. And you got to pop that sticker off, and then there's a screw inside. Well, I didn't find that out in the beginning, so I'll show you what happened to my volume control, because I thought it was just supposed to pull off of there. So there's what happened to my volume control. It is completely busted. So once you do it properly and take the screw out, then you'll be able to replace this belt, which goes right here around this wheel and across over to here. And I wish I had a belt to demonstrate with. I don't think I do. I think this one's going to be too big. But generally it's going to go like that. Okay. So as far as parts go on the inside, this is your playback head and your capstan. And then you've got a little switch right here. This is the activation switch that tells it when to come on. So when the tape is inserted in, this little lever here gets triggered and it tells it to turn on. If you find that the unit is playing back too slow or too fast, there is a speed adjustment right here. So you can take a small screwdriver and just adjust this left or right, and you can set the speed to where it should be properly. Okay? So really basically these things are miniaturized 8-track tapes. They're 8-track tapes with cassette tape on the inside. The thing that I didn't know is that the unit actually has, instead of making it one stereo song, it actually takes the stereo channel and splits it apart and puts 2 songs on the same tape. And this switch right here on the top switches between the tracks. So it's literally a 2-track tape. So there's 2 tracks on there, and you can hear both songs on the tape. So let me demonstrate that for you. This one has a new belt, and this one has a volume control that's not busted, thankfully. I prefer the black unit over the white one. I don't know about you, but it's a little more manly looking. Let's take a look at what it looks like when you put the tape in. Okay, and we'll see it in action. We got to have some batteries too here, folks. So let's put some batteries in. Put one there. We'll put one here. All right, and then it's going to go in upside down, at least while you've got it apart here. Oh, and the song just ended. Well, if you are too impatient, just hang on. It'll start over again. And there it goes. And notice I'm pushing it in with my thumb. See here? The issue is that pressure pad behind there. It's just not pushing out the tape enough to reach the head in there. So I'm going to have to fix that. So notice here I'm switching over to the other side with my left thumb here. Okay, so there you go. This is a quick repair episode, how to fix your pocket rocker tape player from the 1980s. These are actually pretty well built. I mean, you can count on Fisher-Price to make stuff built to last and built tough. But like any other tape deck of that time period, there is going to be a belt that's going to need to be replaced underneath there. So if you happen to want to restore one of these pocket rockers, then you can fix them up and do some rocking out again. So anyway, that's all I got to show you today on this, and please subscribe and check out my other videos. I'm a collector of different audio tape formats, and when I need to restore something, I kind of walk you through what you need to do to restore what you got. And of course, I can show you how to purchase a turntable and what you need and what you can hook it up to rock your world. So turntable's a little more common than pocket rockers. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video and have a nice day and rock out. Peace out.